A few years ago, I made a promise to myself that I was going to be happy in my life. I told myself, I said, listen, nobody, nothing, no one was going to disturb my peace. And as a result of me making that promise to myself, I had to do a few things in my life to gain that peace. So let me give you a little story time. Many years ago when I was younger, and as it is now, I'm now in the journey, of my 40s and loving it. I realized when I was younger that I had a lot of things and a lot of people, a lot of issues, a lot of things that I needed to fix. I needed to get rid of, needed to change in order to make myself happy. But it took a while for me to get to that point. So let me explain to you, what does this have to do with me and the person that I am now. I know this channel really focuses on finance and things related to finance, but the issue of peace or the gaining of peace has a lot to do with your finance. All right. Many times you're dealing with people or with situations that just make you unhappy all the time. Sometimes someone calls you on the phone after having a conversation with them. It starts to disturb your peace. You're working in a certain place, it disturbs your peace. You're hanging out with certain people, it disturbs your peace. And when all of those things are disturbed, you can't really focus and do what you need to do, such as making your money and building your wealth. So this is where the issue of peace comes in. And, without peace, we just really can't establish what we need to establish financially. So the first thing that I did to start establishing my peace was I started to disconnect from people that I thought were too negative. And when I say negative, I mean any conversation you had with them, they never had anything good to say. They always try to dissuade you from doing anything that you wanted to do. Any little idea or suggestion that you had, it was always a turn down for them. And so I started to distance myself from those type of people. That was one of the first ways that I started gaining my peace. The next thing that I did to gain my peace was I started focusing on myself. So what does that mean? I started doing a lot of self-care things. Like I felt that I started taking care of myself better. That meant that I would get up each day, or at least 2 to 3 days a week, and I would try to exercise. Because, I figure once I start exercising, it'll get my mind right. Release all those, what do they call them, endorphins? Once I got all those endorphins released, I figured that I could have a lot of energy to go through my day. That was another way that I started gathering my peace, by simply exercising and starting taking care of my health better. Remember, on the issue of health, they tell us that, your health is your wealth, right? Because you can have all the money in the world, and if you're not healthy to spend the money, it really defeats the purpose of having any money. So for me, the health issue, or addressing my health, was one of the major ways of me having peace. People, if you're just joining me for the first time, my name is Mel. This is Team You Finance, where we talk about all things having to do with finance, personal, and money growth. So again, if you're new to this channel, please comment, like, subscribe, and share the content. It really helps to get everything across the algorithm. So after, gaining my peace and starting, my life over with certain things, I started working on my health, as I said, and I basically disconnected from certain people that I thought were too negative. That did a great deal for me. And let me tell you exactly how. On the issue of disconnecting from people that I thought were negative, I basically got rid of all the relationships that I thought were bringing me down, especially financially. And let me explain to you what I mean. Sometimes when you have relationships with people, and I don't just mean intimate or personal relationship with a significant, I'm talking about any type of relationship. Could be a relationship with a coworker, could be a relationship with a friend, or it could again be a relationship with your partner, whatever it is. Sometimes those relationships drain you financially. All right, I'll take it to the step where maybe it's a relationship with a friend that you hang out with. Every single time you go out with that friend, you're the one that's always footing the bill. After a while, those things start to add up. And the friendship gets so toxic that if you don't have the money to come out your pocket, those friends don't want to be with you. So, in order for you to have some type of peace, especially, peace in your finances, you basically got to disconnect those types of relationships. You don't need to be in any relationship that's costing you more, or where you're the one that's always coming out with the payments. In terms of an intimate relationship, sometimes, you're with a partner and you have a partner that's maybe a scammer. They're just with you because of the things that you can produce for them financially. And the moment that you can't produce certain things for them financially, they don't want to deal with you. They show you in their actions, their body language, every single thing changes. The only time that these people really want to have anything to do with you is when you're coming out with the money. In order for you to have any type of peace, you can't associate or be around people that only want to deal with you when you have money. The relationship is fake. There's nothing substantial in that relationship. So to get your peace financially, or any type of peace, you have to basically disengage with people like those. And that was what I did. I started disconnecting from people where money was the only issue. They didn't care about my day. They didn't care about how I was doing. They didn't care about anything that I was going through. If I didn't have money to spend, that friendship was basically obsolete. So that was a big part of me gaining my peace. Another way that I gained peace was I basically reflected on myself 100%. What does that mean? I got up, I went to my job, I came back, I took care of my family, still taking care of my family, doing the things that I needed to do, and I also made private time for myself. What does that mean? I get up, I spend a lot of time with myself. I do the things that I want to do. Again, that includes me taking care of me and my self-care. That allowed me to have some peace, and to this day, I still practice those things that I started doing many years ago. Now, I'm not going to tell you that every day is, a successful day with having my peace. I'm a human being. I have days where I just don't feel like being bothered. But at the same time, I know that, listen, I have less stress to deal with when I started cleaning up the things or the environments or the places that disturb my peace. At this stage in my life, my peace is much more important than anything else. And what makes me feel good, or what makes me feel happy, is that I know that I don't have to deal with certain situations that's going to be draining me mentally or even financially. And in this case, this has to do with financial peace. If you don't have any peace in every area of your life or specific areas, you can't really work on building your money. All you're going to be concerned about is the drama and the nonsense that everybody's going to be bringing to you. You don't need to hear that. When you come home from a hard day of work, you don't need anybody to call your phone and telling you unnecessary drama just to get your mind uneven or to have you starting to feel funny or any type of way. You got to start cleaning up the drama and get rid of people or get rid of situations that cause too much drama to keep your peace alive. Peace is what we're looking for. We don't need to have friends, to make us feel good. We don't need to have friends to validate us, because most times those same friends that you think you need or that are for validation, they're the ones that are disturbing your peace. A lot of these friends, sometimes they're envious of you, they're jealous of you, they don't want to see you grow, and they do things to make you feel less than. We don't need that. At this stage in my life, I realized that I was looking for, quality over quantity. What does that mean? It means that if I had 10 friends before, maybe I've only dwindled down to one friend or even two friends or two people that I associate with from time to time. Because again, I'm a human being. Although I might need time for myself on a personal level, I still need to associate. I'm still living in the world. I still need to socialize. I still need people to talk to. I still need to build friendships. But I don't need to build friendships, or I refuse to build friendships with people that disturb my peace. I refuse to build friendships with people that just want to use me financially, or people that think I'm basically, an idiot. I don't need to deal with people like those. I need to stick with people that are going to be in my corner, that are going to be there for me. If you're sticking with people that basically just want to use you for your money or to waste your time, that has to do with a self-esteem issue. You got to start feeling good about yourself, because somebody who's just there to use you for your money or waste your time is something that you can't get back. Imagine if you sat and wasted 1 year, 2 years, 5 years with somebody that's wanted to drain you, drain your peace, drain your finances. You can't get that back. All you have to do is just basically get up, move on with your life, and say, listen, I'm not going to go there again. Now, with this day and age and so many things available online, on social media, everybody trying to keep up with the Joneses, a lot of people are in competition for money. And if they believe that you have a lot of money, they're going to try to get it from you. So we need to stay away from people that drain our peace. That is what I realized. And when I realized that many, many years ago, that's what made me the person that I am today. Every day I try to feel good. I get up. I try to humble myself. I get up. I always say a prayer. I always try to think of the best things that happened to me prior to look. That means that even if I'm having a bad day, I focus on all the blessings and the good things that I've had done thus far in my life. Because if you sit and think about all the negativity and everything that has been horrible to you, you're never going to be able to move forward to gain that peace. So I said to myself, going forward, even when I made the decision to initially get my peace, and today and the next day coming, I'm always going to keep it moving. I'm always going to look forward to having my peace. And with that said, beautiful people, what I want you to get away from today's message is that in order for you to be happy and to gain the things and level up and do what you need to do, your mental state has to be right. Once you get your mental state right, the first step is building your peace. And once you get your peace and you have that, there's nothing or no one that's going to defeat what you're intending to do. All right, beautiful people, if you got this far in my message, I do appreciate your time. Again, please like, subscribe, and share the content. If this resonates with you in any way, if you can drop a comment and write the word peace in the comment, or even drop financial peace. Anything to do with your peace, please put a comment, or it resonates with you, please drop a comment. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful day.